Morning everybody, we all set, everybody ready to go? Everyone fitting well, no illness, injuries, nothing to worry about. So we'll start standing nice and tall, drawing that tummy in, those shoulders back, arms down at the sides, and just waking our senses up with those little balance movements, so rocking forwards till you catch your weight on your toes, back till just before you think you're going to fall. That's it, just a few times, starts to wake the body up, gets us ready to move. That's good, couple more. That's it, and then find that spot now where we're nicely balanced. And we're just going to rotate that pelvis, so we're just tilting under, and then put that arch in the bottom of the spine. Again, setting the body up, helps us find that neutral spine, loosens up the lower back. That's it, a few more times. Get us set, ready to move, so it's just that pelvis rotating, we're not wobbling the bum forwards and back. Good, one more. And now we should be nicely set, nicely balanced, and we get those feet moving. That's it, don't worry if we get those creaks and cracks from our ankles first thing. That's it, let the arms join in. So walking arms, opposite arm, opposite leg, from the shoulder up the elbow. That's it. And it just gradually increases that movement. Bigger arm movement. So we're now starting to reach forwards and back. That's good. Bringing that up. Really starting to reach up. Until we're all the way at the top and pushing right back. So we get that good stretch now. That's it. And we're just going to gradually take that a little wider. Just have to reach out. That's it. A few more. Let that reach nice and wide. So one more each way. And bringing that down. Good. Getting ourselves to still set nice and tall. Reach up above your head. We're going to take it to the side. Over the other way. So just bending from the middle. Keeping ourselves nice and straight though, so we're not leaning forwards or back. So we're trapped between two panes of glass, we can only go side to side. So a couple more and we'll extend it round into that windmill. So when we're ready, next one, let's take it all the way round. That's it, and if we need to soften those knees as we go, absolutely fine. So if you need to just soften and stay the other way. If you're on a deeper stretch, we can keep those legs straighter. That's it. Good. So we've just got somebody to let in. Oh, thanks, somebody's beat me to it. That's it, let's keep that going. Excellent. So we've got a couple more times. Bringing that round. And standing back down. So let your balance come back. So again, keeping those feet under our hips. We're going to bring those arms up with a slight bend in the elbows. We're just going to rotate the shoulders. Keep your head and hips forwards. turning that upper back and shoulders. Nice smooth movement. That's it. And now we're going to let our eyes follow our hands. That's it. So starting to turn a bit further, looking behind. And release your heel, so we can turn and we can look all the way behind us. That's it. A few more times now, just keeping that rotation. Nice smooth movement around. Good, once more each way. And let's bring that back to centre. Let your balance come back. And we're just going to take our feet wider now. So just over shoulder width, toes pointing slightly out. Let's rotate those hips around. Try and keep your head fairly still. So it's as if head's pinned, feet are pinned, and we're just rotating around the middle. That's it. One more, and then we'll change direction. Just go the other way. That's it. Good, a few more. That's it, one more time. And we're bringing that back in. So standing nice and tall still, keeping that balance. We're going to draw that circle around our standing leg. So just tracing that circle with the toe, or just a fraction off the ground. There we go. That's it. Few more. The aim is to keep us tall and still as we can. So the only thing that's moving is that one leg. That's it. And we'll bring that back to centre. Swap yourself over, reset. Bringing that foot around. Still standing nice and tall. Keep that core engaged, keep us upright and still. Excellent, two more. Last one. And bring that back to centre, well done. If we're not already, go stand at the end of your mat. So feet still under the hips, nice and tall. Reaching high, we're going to dive it down, sucking that chin, curling the back as we roll towards the feet, and we unroll, stack those vertebrae as we come back up, bringing it down, that's it, unrolling, reaching for the sky between. Sure, we're trying to coil that back up. As we unroll, we stack those vertebrae one at a time, bringing it through. One more time. I want you to stop at the bottom on this next one. So bring that down towards the ground, letting it hang, and then we sweep around your feet in a a semicircle. That's good. Just sweeping those hands around those feet. That's it. Couple more times. And let's unroll that up. So gently bring it up, stack those vertebrae, reach high. This time we're going to bring it down, hands on the mat, we're going to walk it forwards. So taking that out, but we drop into our knees, into that box position. And we're going to arch the back up like that angry cat. So we're into that cat stretch. And then it's spine down, head up, looking up ahead. And rotate through, head down, pushing that spine up. Good, couple more. Rotate through, spine down, head up. And change, push that back up. One more. Let that spine curl down. So looking ahead. And then final time up. Really push up, making a curve in that spine. And then let's sit that back onto our heels. Stretch through the shoulders in your child's pose. That's it, and relax that there. So we're going to start down on our fronts. So I want you to lay face down on the floor, bring those arms up into that 90-degree position at the elbows. We're going to start with your torso raise. So we're just going to raise that chest and shoulders up and then slowly back down. We'll gradually extend the movement, but we'll start keeping our arms flat on the floor, just raising that torso, using those muscles down the back. That's it. So down, got our arms forwards. We're just gently going to raise and slowly down. Raising up, using those muscles in the back rather than the arms, and gently down. That's good, keep that going. Just going to bring my screen down a little bit. That's good, keeping that going now. That's the one. So using all those muscles in the back to lift the torso. Arms are just there for support and balance. So we're really trying to strengthen that back. All those muscles that degenerate as we sit at our desks. Helps to keep our posture nice and strong. That's it. Couple more. One more. And relax. So we're going to keep with the same exercise, but as we lift, we're going to take it further, extend the arms, bring ourselves up taller. So we're getting a nice stretch at the top. So slowly control down, torso raise and extend. That's it. So we'll lift and extend. That's it, excellent, keeping that going now. So we're still trying to use all those muscles in the back to do the lift. Arms, just finish off the last bit of the movement. Lifting as far as we can with our back on its own. And we control it back down. So we don't just collapse back onto the mat, we keep it nice and slow and steady. That's good. A few more. That's good. One more time. And relax that down. Take a little breather. So we're going to stay laying down in the same position. So legs extended, arms still up at 90 degrees. We're going to do our arm and leg raise. So from that position, we're going to raise one arm, opposite leg's going to come up. So it's one arm and the opposite leg at the same time. Down, other arm, other leg. Take that back down onto the floor. So lay yourself down. So we'll start right arm, left leg. Keep that forearm parallel to the floor. Just a slight lift, few inches, back down. Other side. So it should take at least a second to lift. We pause and a second to lower. That's it. You can either keep your head slightly lifted or rest it down on the floor. So a rolled up jumper or something just under your forehead sometimes helps. So when we lift that arm, it's those muscles around the back of the shoulder that we work in. And for the leg, it starts in the lower back, through the glute, into the hamstring. Again, so we're working all of that postural chain. Helps us keep standing up, keeps us strong, keeps us tall. That's good, keeping that going now. It's not a huge movement, just lifting that forearm a few inches off the floor. Raising that leg just clear of the ground. That's it, excellent, keep that going. Good, we'll have two more to each side. Last one. And we're resting that down. Okay, so bringing yourself back up. We're going to come up into that kneeling box position now. So we're going to start off with a basic Superman. So our usual movement, one arm forward, opposite leg extends back. We'll start with that one, then we'll add an extension in as we go. So let's get down in position. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders, that back nice and level, shoulders and hips flat, and we extend, bring it in. Really concentrate on your position. Nice flat back. You'll feel like you'll need to raise your arm higher than you think and your leg less than you think to get flat. Usually if you think your leg's straight, when you check yourself on a camera, it's pointing up in the air. And when you think your arm's straight, it'll still be pointing slightly down. Good, keeping that going. A few more times. Good, 2 more to each side. That's it, last one. And just give yourself a few seconds, release the wrists if you need. Keeping pressure through the arms. So we're going to go back to the same exercise, but this time, as we extend, we're going to have that reach for our toe. So when we extend forwards, we're then going to reach around behind our back, trying to find our toe when we've bent our leg. So we'll be down in position. We're going to extend, keep the back flat. The only thing that moves is the one arm, one leg. And back in and change. So we extend, look for the toe, forwards and in. Keeping everything else still, keeping that back nice and level. Really good. That's it, excellent, keeping that going. Let's just reach round behind, touch that toe if we can, and then we extend again. Really good. Couple more times. Last one. And bring that back in. Well done. Okay, we're going to take ourselves down onto the mat now. So we're going to be on our sides, extended nice and long and straight, arm under the head, hand in front if you need the balance, legs extended. Take that out. Remember, we want those hips stacked, one on top of the other, so we're not rolling back or forwards. Legs long and straight. So lifting those feet to your start position if you can. If you do need to rest them down, that's no problem. So we're in our start position, just a single leg lift to begin with. So steady lift, at least a second or so to raise up, and the same to come down. It's all about control, nice steady movements. That's it. Good, 2 more. 1 more. And bring that down, give it a few seconds. Give that a little rub if you need to ease it out. So we're going to go back to the same movement, but this time we're going to raise and then drop that knee in front, raise back up, down together. So from laying, from your start position, we're going to lift. We're going to drop in front. We're going to lift together. Up, together. Up, that's it. Up, in front, up and together. That's the one, really good. Nice and steady. So we're working all those muscles around the hip and the bum. Really good for keeping us nice and strong, making sure we don't fall down. Say a couple more. And resting that down, well done. Okay, so staying on our side, keep our arms in the same position, but we're just going to bend those knees up. We're going to keep feet together and raise feet and knees off the ground if we can. Open up that top knee. So we're opening up like a mussel shell there. So we're pivoting at that hip joint and the feet. Using those muscles around the bum just to lift and open that knee up. Try and keep those hips stacked so we're not falling backwards. If you do struggle to do that, you can move against a wall or a piece of furniture. Just stops you falling back. That's it. Really good. Excellent. Good. Two more. And rest that down, keeping the knees where they are, but bring the arm out at 90 degrees to the body, other hand on top, and we're just going to have that little stretch and open the door. So we raise the hand over, behind, bring it back over the top. That's it. Open and back together. Let your eyes follow your hand. Excellent. Just a couple more. So it's just a nice little stretch halfway through. Last one. And together. Okay, so roll yourselves over or spin yourselves round. And we'll go through them in reverse order. So we'll start with our open the door. So knees bent, arms at 90 degrees to the body. So those hands together. We're going to reach up, take that over, bring it in. That's good. Good. Two more. Bringing that round. Good. So still laying on our sides. Keep those knees bent. Arm extends under the head now. Other hand in front for balance. We're going to go into that mussel shell movement. So raising those feet and knees off the ground if you can. If you do need to rest them down, absolutely fine. But we open up that top knee. So really strengthening and maintaining around that hip area. Keep ourselves nice and strong. Hopefully reduces any problems there as we get older. That's it. That's good. A few more. That's it, last two. those knees back together. We're going to straighten those legs.
I want to be with you forever.
We'll do this next one as a continuous exercise. So we're going to start with your single leg lift, and then after a few we'll add in the knee drop. So single leg raise. Keep it really steady. So at least a second or so to lift. And the same to bring it back down. That's it. Keep that going nice and steady. Aiming to keep those toes pointing forwards rather than up. We'll have 2 more. And then if you need a few seconds just to ease it out, feel free to take it and we'll add in that knee drop. So as soon as you're ready, back to the exercise and we lift, drop, lift and together. Really good. That's it. Good, a few more. Excellent, one more time. Up, drop, up, and bring that down. Well done. Okay, we're going over onto our backs now. So I want you to roll over, lay back on the back flat on the floor, knees slightly bent. So we're laying that back. We're going to start just with a leg slide. So I want you to start with your hands pointing to the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. And we're just going to slide 1 foot forwards and the opposite arm drops back. So that foot can either slide along the ground or hover a fraction off. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg that's going. That's it, really good. Nice steady movement. Good, a few more times. That's it. We'll do 1 more each leg. And bring that in. We're going to keep the arms where they are, but bring those feet up to tabletop. And we're going to toe tap. So same arm action. We're going to just drop the arm back as we tap that toe down onto the ground. Try not to let that arch in your back extend. So I want to keep our backs fairly flat against the floor. If you have that natural curl at the bottom of your spine, that's absolutely fine. But just try not to let it extend. If you do feel that happening, engage the core, pull that back down towards the floor. keeping that going nice and steady. That's it. So it's just a constant, smooth, steady action, not too fast. Making sure we're still tapping down with the toe. So if you do want to make it harder, you can extend slightly further forwards, but just make sure we still touch that toe down. That's good. Couple more. So it's one more with each leg. Last one. And bring that in. Have a little stretch, a little hug of those knees if we need to ease out. So this time we're going to stay on our backs, but we're going to extend our legs straight. We're going to put our hands down on the mat, tuck them just slightly under your bum, and we're going to leg raise. So we're going to raise our feet off the ground, bring them up and in a semicircle movement. Slowly extend, lower down. To make it harder, don't let your feet touch the ground at any point. If you need a little rest in between, that's fine. If you do find this too hard or pulling on your back, we can just have a little double leg slide in and out. Or we can do that full lift if we can. That's good. So should we really get in those lower abdominals? That's the beauty of Pilates over just doing loads of sit-ups. We work every area of our abdominals all the way around, front, back, sides, upper, lower, internal. We're getting all of it. If you do loads of sit-ups, all you do is work the very top bit and your hip flexors. That's a couple more. One more time. And rest those feet down. We'll slowly come up to sitting. So bring ourselves up. Bending those knees, back nice and straight, arms forwards, as if you're holding a football or something between your hands, and just gently back, and slowly back up. So just coming back up till we're vertical again. We don't need to overreach forwards. And we just lower back as far as we feel comfortable. So if that's just there, and that's your range of movement, your strength at the moment, absolutely fine. If you're becoming longer, you're feeling stronger, you can go nearly to the mat. But we don't want that little cheeky rest at the bottom, we should always stay just off the floor.
Can you feel my heartbeat?
That's it. Keeping that going. Couple more. We're nearly there. So we're going to add in a couple of roll-ups. So next time we're going to go all the way back to the floor. All the way back. Straighten the legs, hands over the head. Raise those arms, lift the head, tuck the chin. Curl ourselves up towards our feet. Slowly back, unroll, lowering that back, arms over the head. Last time, bring that up, tuck the chin, curl the shoulders, reaching for those feet. Can we grab the toes or the ankles and hold in that hamstring stretch?
Can you feel my heartbeat?
And then slowly go to sitting up, cross one leg over the opposite knee, turn to the side. So we should be looking over the hip of the bent leg. That's it, and change sides. Straighten that leg out, cross over, turn the other way. That's good. Bring both feet in towards the body. Bringing those feet in, let the knees drop out. If you want to take the stretch further, you can use those elbows. Just gently press down. Or just use the weight of the knees if that takes the stretch far enough. That's good. Release there. Straighten those legs out. So we've got our legs out in a V shape. As wide as you feel comfortable. Then take those arms out wide. We're going to reach for the opposite foot. Bring it back. Reach for the other side. Bring that back in. Let's put our hands forwards, down on the floor, and we're going to walk those fingers forwards, keeping our legs out wide. How far can we get? I used to train with somebody who did this and then just put the chest straight flat on the floor. That was ridiculous.
The soul is so pure.
And relax that back in. Bring those legs together wherever's comfortable. Hands together, reach forwards. Pull those shoulder blades apart. Head down. And then up above the head. Go slightly to one side. And then the other. And hands in the small of the back. Shoulders, blades together. Chest forwards. That's it. And slowly back up to our feet. Just standing tall. Let's pick one foot up. That's it. Changing legs. And our last one then. Just our last stretch to finish. Feet wide. Let's sweep through. Reach it high. Next one, as always, takes us to our toes and we reach for the sky. Up for 3, 2, 1, and relax it there. Well done, everybody.